blog about a story that was sent to me by a young man. So I'm going to read it to you. That's why it's dark, because I'm going to show you some photos of this young man in my blog. So there's no need to see me. The year 1985. A young man at the age of 15 was told he couldn't play high school basketball because one, he wasn't good enough to be on a white high school team, and two, he had a heart murmur. A small hole was spotted in his heart that was now pumping blood to his lungs instead of in his veins. Now let us go forward to around the summer of 1986, around the month of July. The same 15-year-old male was getting ready for a major open heart surgery that would change his life forever. His father asked the doctors would he survive the surgery. They stated without it he would die before he turned 30. This young male's father asked another question that concerned him. Will the surgery leave a bad scar on his son? He has the type of skin that leaves keloids on his skin when he's cut badly. Like most doctors, they lied and said it wouldn't leave a bad scar. In time, it would go away. All this time, the young 15-year-old never had a great life. In the back of his mind, he was thinking, did all that early drinking, rum, wine at the age of 10 messed up his heart to where he needed surgery now to patch it up? God only knows. After 6 hours of open heart surgery, the young man, he survived. The young man, he woke up in ICU, all strapped down and tubes in his stomach, neck, and arm, not able to walk, breathe, or talk, having to learn to walk and talk again. Now let's go forward some, to the new school year of 1986, around August. The young 15-year-old has tape all over his chest and wires still sticking out of his stomach from his open heart surgery. He was never really popular in high school before his surgery, and now after his surgery, it didn't get better. This young man now saw once the tape fell off his chest and the wires was taken out of his stomach that his life would never be the same. It only got worse. He was already looked at by females as being skinny and very unattractive. His scarred chest and body made it worse. What female wants a scarred up 15-year-old male? They didn't. Years later, this young man has gone on to have a very sorry life. Chest pains every year around July and August, around the same time of the surgery he had at 15. Most men his age has been with countless women and even married at least once with kids. The scarred male has had 3 girlfriends that ended on bad notes. He's never been married, no kids, and living check by check. The scarred man is just living a pretty much miserable life. Every morning the scarred man wakes up to the same life and the reminder of how society treat people that don't look normal. Scarred for life, he knows he's not alone. There's many people out there scarred by, not scarred like this man described in the video blog, but scarred because of how they look, how many people they slept with, how much money they make, how much they weigh, the color of their skin, and so on and so on. This scarred man and others like him are scarred for life, but the difference is that scarred person has good insides. What is on the inside is what makes them not truly scarred. What keeps the scarred man going even though he's ugly, scarred from the neck down to his stomach, keloids all over his body and back, dateless, poor, and an outcast? As I took the photos of this man, scarred chest and body for this video blog, I asked him that same question. What does keep him going even though his life has been not so great? Most people in today's time would have just committed suicide by now. What keeps him going? I asked him. He thought about it for a long time and stated, God put him here for a reason, and he's not through with him yet. Even though I have this ugly scar on his chest, he states, and stomach, that the most attractive man in the world, poor compared to other people around, and have no one in his life by his side to love, God still has a purpose for him. I looked at this man and he continued to speak. Sometimes he wished he died in surgery back in '86, but God still had a purpose for him, and still does today. He states, "I'll let go and let God" is his motto in life. This is what keeps him going, regardless of the scar, being unattractive, being called everything by people, but a child of God, for which he states he is. As I close this blog and say goodbye to the scarred man and thank him for the photos, for posting this blog, I couldn't feel sad for him. I felt sad for society because they have decided to outcast this scarred man based on color, based on his looks, and a scar and their own ignorance. As I shake this scarred man's hand and say my final goodbyes to him, I close my eyes for a second to thank God for another day. As I look at myself in the bathroom mirror, I open my eyes to see myself in the mirror, turn off the lights, and go to sleep. Thankful that I made it through another day waiting for God to take this scarred man back home with him one day soon.